evening, I'm Amrita Priyadarshini. This is FBC News. Tonight, Reserve Bank investigates fake Facebook accounts offering loans and grants to Fijians. Trade ministers make progress on Pacer Plus talks. And New Zealand recruiters in Fiji this week for seasonal worker scheme. The Financial Intelligence Unit is investigating 3 cases where people have fallen victim to fake Facebook accounts impersonating Reserve Bank Governor Barry Whiteside. Pranita Prakash reports these individuals have divulged sensitive bank account details to these criminals.
Cyber criminals have created several fake Facebook profiles of the Reserve Bank Governor who doesn't even have any Facebook profile under his name. The scam was picked up by the Central Bank and the Financial Intelligence Unit after one of the victims walked into the bank seeking approval to send money in order to have his grant approved by the governor himself.
When he clicked to this particular link that was provided, it took him to a page and a document that looked like as if the document was an official document claiming that the Reserve Bank was giving grants and loans. And all he was to do was to complete the form, which had the logo and the letterhead of the Reserve Bank, and it asked a number of personal questions and details about the person, including his full profile, personal details, and bank account details, which is quite dangerous.
Baksh stresses the Reserve Bank and its staff does not communicate with anyone through social media. The people behind the fake profile have been traced overseas. The RBF believes they could be operating out of Africa.
We are not in the business of providing loans or grants, be it through social media or otherwise. The Reserve Bank of Fiji is a central bank, and we have limited business transactions with the members of the public, and therefore should they receive any email or any correspondence whatsoever claiming that this is from the Reserve Bank offering loans, grants or other facilities, we are advising members of the public to exercise extreme care and caution and not to respond at all to such emails and correspondences.
The FIU has managed to have the fake accounts shut down. The Fiji Police Force Cybercrime Unit is assisting FIU with the investigation. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Negotiations on the Pacific Agreement on Closer Economic Relations, or Pacer Plus, seem to be nearing some sort of finality. Pacific Islands foreign ministers responsible for trade and economic development have concluded the legal text of Pacer Plus. Kelly Vadala with this report.
Negotiations among the region trade ministers were held in Christchurch, New Zealand yesterday. The ministers have agreed that Pacific Island Forum members will now have to work towards finalizing the Pacer Plus market access negotiations by the end of October 2016. Foreign leaders are to sign the deal by the end of this year. The Pacific Agreement on Closer Economic Relations is an umbrella agreement between members of the Pacific Islands Forum plus Australia and New Zealand, providing a framework for the future development of trade cooperation. Pacer Plus aims to create jobs, raise standard of living, and encourage sustainable economic development in the Pacific region. The Special Forum Trade Ministers meeting was chaired by New Zealand's Trade Minister Todd McClay. He says the decisions reached yesterday are progress towards finalizing a landmark trade and development agreement for the Pacific region. Australia and New Zealand will also provide a readiness package of $11.9 million Fijian dollars. This will be used by member countries for customs, revenue, legislative and communication support to address policy and administrative implications of Pacer Plus. Fiji was represented at the special meeting by Minister Fayaz Koya. He is expected to comment on this later. Kelly Vathala, FBC News.
Price of yangona remains high in the markets and villages 6 months after the devastation of Tropical Cyclone Winston in February this year. The increase in kava price is due to the shortage of supply from farmers. Senia Nimboila has more.
A recent local market survey by the Ministry of Agriculture shows that on average, waka was sold at $36.33 per kilogram in January. It increased to $39.90 per kg in March, and there was a dramatic increase to $70.90 per kilogram in May. When the Asinate Nabuni Sarabi, who buys a kilo of kava for up to $80, sells at about $100. She says there has been a significant increase in the price of yangona after tropical cyclone Winston.
We from Koro had been experiencing a shortage of yangona since tropical cyclone Winston struck the island. We had no other options but to buy from other farmers from Kandavu and other dealers to keep our customers and to meet their demands. We had no other options but to buy in whatever price they are selling it for. Their selling price has really gone up.
Queen's Kava dealers has also had to increase prices following TC Winston, but is also experiencing a decline in customers as many traders are importing Vanuatu kava.
Yes, some are buying from Vanuatu. Like in a local market, we don't sell Vanuatu here, so they sell for retailing around here. So that makes the kava price goes up a bit again.
Some vendors say it could take up to 3 years for prices to stabilize as supply will resume from many of the affected farms. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Agriculture has identified areas that will be focused on the production of yangona. Sainyani Mboila, Fbc News.
Officials from the New Zealand government will arrive soon to recruit the second batch of Fijian carpenters for the Christchurch rebuilding efforts. Minister for Employment Semi Korelavisau says this development reflects the success of the work carried out by the first batch of carpenters. He highlighted that the standard that was set by the first batch has given a green light to the employers and the New Zealand government for more recruitment. The New Zealand team will be in the country for a week to conduct assessments and meet with relevant agencies for this recruitment. The minister also expressed his appreciation to the first batch of carpenters for their good work ethics and dedication. Now, a man was found dead along Vuthi Road in Nosori yesterday afternoon. Police spokesperson Anna Naisora says the deceased was conveyed to the Nosori Health Centre but was pronounced dead. Police believe the man was in his 50s and are now waiting for the post-mortem report. Well, still to come on FBC News, University of Fiji improves renewable energy programs. And Fiji Museum Open Day focuses on the work of missionaries. Stay with us.
Radio Fiji 1, Radio Fiji 1, ndomo ibiti na bonga ndoniano na evangolite ya rakiraki. Mami na marama ni Northland. Mami na utale taka na Radio Fiji 1, na ndomo ibiti na bonga ni beyaniano.
Na Radio Fiji 1, na ndomo ibiti na bonga ni beyaniano.
Welcome back. You with FBC News. The University of Fiji says it's proud of the work put into areas of renewable energy and climate change adaptation. Apart from establishing a renewable energy centre, the institution is now offering a master's program in renewable energy management. Alan Stoltz has more.
The development of this master's program and the setting up of the centre was all part of a project that was funded by the European Union in 2013. It has now come to fruition after being endorsed by the Fiji Higher Education Commission.
It's the first of its kind in Fiji, and we know that actually the entire world is moving towards renewable energy now, and we know there is a lot of potential in Fiji as well. Of course, we cannot rely on fossil fuels forever, so we have to look at sustainable uses of energy now.
The university's climate change adaptation project has also received funding from USAID Pacific America's Climate Fund.
Is on developing base maps for tropical aquatic resources in the Pacific. And from this project, one of the major outcomes is to develop few more courses which could help with the environmental science program at the university.
Vice Chancellor at the University of Fiji, Professor Prem Monsieur, says an interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary approach is key to successfully carrying out this work.
The world, as you know, is a global village these days, and it's very critical that we do have a university that has a lot more of an internationalization thrust. That's why I'm so comfortable and very happy that we've had these two recent events.
Professor Monsieur adds the university, which is now in its 12th year, continues to work within the strategic plan and its framework
of knowledge-based development. Ellen Stalls, FBC News.
The Fiji Museum opened its doors to the public today to allow people to learn about the country's heritage, culture and arts. Director Andimere Ratunambombo says this month the museum is focusing on some of the first missionaries to visit Fiji during colonial times. And displays also included traditional art and craft.
Impact of the missionaries and what they have done in Fiji. So we have a demonstration from the National Archives. We've actually got some of the records that are from the National Archives records on the different churches that are in Fiji, and also the stories of the missionaries in Fiji. We've also got traditional food cooking in bamboo, and also the craftspeople, the living human treasures are demonstrating.
On to world news, United States Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton has fired back at rival Donald Trump after he called her a bigot. Speaking at a rally, she said Trump is unfit for the role of commander-in-chief. More from TVNZ.
Hours before Hillary Clinton took the stage in Reno, Donald Trump dropped this bomb.
Hillary Clinton is a bigot who sees people of color only as votes.
Today, Clinton made her case that it's Trump who's been running a racist campaign.
Donald Trump has built his campaign on prejudice and paranoia. He is taking hate groups mainstream and helping a radical fringe take over the Republican Party.
In some of her strongest language yet, she ran down the list.
He promoted the racist lie that President Obama is not really an American citizen.
Using Trump, she accused him of launching his run for the presidency with another racist lie.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists.
There has been a steady stream of bigotry coming from him.
She also made it clear she doesn't buy Trump's new effort to reach out to African-American voters.
We will make your streets safe, so when you walk down the street, you don't get shot.
Trump has stood up in front of largely white audiences and described black communities in such insulting and ignorant terms.
Today, Clinton's campaign released a new video.
The reason a lot of Klan members like Donald Trump is because a lot of what he believes, we believe it.
Trump denounced her new line of attack as a brazen attempt at distraction.
When Democratic policies fail, they are left with only this one tired argument. You're racist, you're racist, you're racist.
Still to come on FBC News, underdogs, Draketi makes impressive outing in Battle of the Giants. And Chris Cracknell returns to England. This and more coming up.
Mrs. Manirabu from Batam. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
I'm Sela Sadakau from Vatupula. I only listen to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Golabinaka, I'm Vale and I'm working at Golden Grove Resort and I love listening to Gold FM because it plays a really wide range of classic music.
I'm Saini Sakio from Kashmir Wotoka. I like Gold FM, but only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Draketi and Nadi played to a 1-1 draw in the first match of Day 2 of the Inc. Mobile Battle of the Giants football tournament in Nosori today. Melita Vanga tells us more.
Draketi football side march in to face Nadi in its second match of the Inc. Mobile of the Giants in Nosori. After a 4-4 draw yesterday against Suva, the Northerners had yet another surprise in bag. A few minutes into the game and the underdogs were up by 1-0. Nadi were outplayed by a surprisingly good Draketi side, resulting Nadi captain Napoleon Ingasewatini being shown the red card. Draketi led 1-0 going into the first half break and managed to hold an experienced Nadi team for most of the second half at Ratu Vakumbau Park. However, Lady Luck was not with Draketi. Nadi leveling the score 5 minutes before full time. Riketi plays Rewa in its next pool match tomorrow. Meli Tabanga, FBC Sports.
The Lautoka football team thumped Lambasa 4-2 in the Ink Mobile Battle of the Giants at Ratudakambao Park in Nosore last night. Mohamed Shazil scored twice for Lautoka, while Valerio Nawatu and Penny Finau got a goal each. Leon Ndamu scored both the goals for the Mama Singh Alliance, and Lambasa's Christopher Wasasala was red-carded in the game. Here are the goals.
For the Rewa commentary as Lautoka go into attack Nawatu. In goes Nawatu as they races through, and Nawatu, Valerio Nawatu, he fell. Ilisoni's kick, this time a better kick, and Leon Ndamu sneaks in. Minute of play has equalized for Mohamed Shazil. Shazil on that far touchline side into the yellow to Ndambasa box. Still Mohamed Shazil, and Mohamed Shazil working on his own. In comes the kick, headed away and then followed through and slammed in by Mohamed Shazil again. Finau with a chance now, and Finau smacks it in to make it 4-1.
In rugby, Nandronga hammered Namosi 52-20 at Prince Charles Park to retain the HFC Fairbrother Challenge this afternoon. Both teams scored 2 tries each in the first half, but Namosi led with a penalty kick, leading 13-12. Nandronga turned the game around in the second half, scoring 6 tries, extending their lead throughout the game. And here are the highlights.
Oh, Wangatambu, the chip over the top. It was charged down by Namosi, and Namosi racing away towards the corner, and that will be a try. Solondra Randini Ndrova, just over 37 minutes of play gone, and the flags go up. Solondra Randrondro now he picks it up, offloads into Gavindi. Oh, the gap straight opens for Gavindi. He runs straight away. Beautiful reply. Tit for tat rugby by Nandronga. Someone's controlling it at the back. Is it Makutu? They go over the top, and the try is there. Wonderful work. I think that's Eliasa Ratuva. Randrondro holds it. Referee says penalty try. So he's given a penalty try. It was deliberately collapsing that scrum that time. Randrondro. He delivers well to Ralulu. Ralulu cut out pass into Wangatambu and then into brilliant run. Absolutely brilliant there, right through that time from Alivaretti Vaitokani. Wangatambu knocked it back, then picked up by Nandronga, and away goes Vaitokani once again over the top. If he scores this try, this will be the try of the year. Alivaretti Vaitokani, lovely gather and dive. 22, quickly taken that time by Choeli Lutumailangi. He tapped and went forward, and Choeli Lutumailangi in there, good run straight through from Kororua and then into Bolivarua.
Fijiana coach Chris Cracknell left for England this morning after spending 18 months in Fiji. Cracknell, who also helped Fiji Sevens coach Ben Ryan and received the Officer of Order of Fiji, is likely not to return. He has shown interest in coaching a men's sevens team in the World Series next season. Cracknell, before leaving this morning, said it has been a great journey and he's taking many fond memories with him. The Fiji chess team is ready to fly our flag at the World Chess Championship in Azerbaijan. The team consists of 5 men and 5 women making up Team Fiji. Meli Tavanga tells us more.
Current national champion Manoj Kumar says the team is looking forward towards the championship.
We had almost 2 months of preparation prior to going to the Azerbaijan Olympiad. We also, just last week, we had Fijian Chess Festival, and we had players from Australia, New Zealand, and even one player who was touring Fiji as a tourist from France. Pretty good player. He also joined. So I think the team is well prepared this time.
Among them, 9-year-old Tanvi Prasad is the baby of the team. Tanvi says her selection came as a surprise.
Yeah, I'm quite looking forward because this is the first time I'm traveling with chess.
National rap Guru Avin says being chosen to represent Fiji at an international event is a milestone achievement for him.
It's actually an honor, it's like not everyone gets the chance, so it's a very humbling experience, and what I'd say to everyone who's playing sports is, no matter what sport you like, you put in a lot of hard work and, leave the rest to God, and, one day you might get there.
The team leaves on Monday with the opening ceremony on the 1st of next month. Meli Tawanga, FBC Sports.
Fine weather prevailed over the country today. A trough of low pressure lies slow moving over French Polynesia. Meanwhile, an easterly wind flow prevails over most Pacific Island countries. Taking a look at the temperatures, warm temperatures over most parts of the group were experienced today, Ba pulling a high of 32 degrees. Suva, Nadi and Savu ended the day at 28 degrees Celsius this afternoon. Now for tomorrow, you can expect more fine weather over the Fiji group. And looking ahead to Monday, fine apart from isolated brief showers over the interior and eastern parts of the larger islands. It will be cool at night. East to northeast winds 20 to 25 knots and rough seas are expected. Moderate southeast swells are expected as well. Recapping the headlines. The Reserve Bank of Fiji is investigating fake Facebook accounts of Governor Barry Whiteside promising grants and loans to Fijians. Pacific trade ministers make progress on PESA Plus with an agreement likely to be signed by the end of the year. And New Zealand officials expected in Fiji this week for seasonal workers recruitment drive. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. We move on to our poll question. Should Osea Kolinisau be the future Sevens coach? To answer, you can visit our FBC website. Well, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FBC News, and you can also share it on Twitter. Follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply #FBC News. You've been watching FBC News. I'm Amrita Priyadarshini. Good night.